a very warm welcome Club 1999 member. Okay, so let's just get straight to it. Now, there was a very interesting and rather curious meeting that happened at the residence of Jimmy Wanjigi shortly after the 2013 presidential elections. In attendance at that meeting was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, William Samoei Ruto, and Raila Odinga. And of course, the person who had convened that meeting, Bwana Jimmy Wanjigi. Now, this meeting took place at the palatial mansion of Jimmy Wanjigi, somewhere in Muthaiga. Now, we do not know what deal was made, but we know the results of that meeting. Yeah, we know the results of whatever deal they made. Yeah, one of the results is that Raila Odinga accepted and moved on. Yeah, this was 2013, so Raila Odinga accepted to focus on 2017. We also know something else. Whatever agreement was made, Uhuru Kenyatta and company reneged on that agreement. Yeah, they broke the pact, the agreement, whatever they had agreed on. Now, let us accept one fact, first of all. Yeah, anybody who can get the President of the Republic of Kenya and the leading, very popular opposition leader in one place, under their roof, in their house, is not a small man. Yeah, that one we have to agree. But maybe it shouldn't be very surprising, because the man who had put together that meeting, Jimmy Wanjigi, is a leading wheeler dealer at the highest places, yeah, in the Republic of Kenya. Now, it is also important to note that the person who had financed the very high-cost, glittering Jubilee campaign in that 2013 elections was, of course, Jimmy Wanjigi. Okay? And in going to the meeting and in agreeing on whatever they agreed, Raila Odinga was very much aware of this fact. And after that meeting, everything went back to normal. Yeah? Jimmy Wanjigi continued with his wheeling dealing. Or rather, Jimmy Wanjigi went on to deal with the main thing which was on his plate at that time, which was handling his Anglo-leasing enemies, yeah, who are circling for the kill, yeah, at that time. Though, of course, led by the immediate former Swiss ambassador to Kenya, yeah, who was hot on the heels of Jimmy Wanjigi. Now, the clinical and brutal manner in which Wanjigi dealt with the Swiss ambassador is worth mentioning. To quote the Kenyan way of saying it, yeah, Jimmy Wanjigi alimset. I can't think of any other better way to put it. So that at the end of the day, he had captured the Swiss ambassador on tape and on audio asking for money. Not only that, asking for money, ndo hii maneno ya Anglo-leasing iishe. Yeah. Now, I happen to know the immediate former Swiss ambassador to Kenya personally. Okay? I know his character. Yeah? And I believe his defense, and I believe he's innocent, completely innocent in this matter. However, sadly, the truth is not as important as the perception which was created here by Bwana Jimmy Wanjigi. And as we speak, there's an ongoing investigation on this matter, yeah, on the immediate former Swiss ambassador to Kenya. So by end of 2014, Jimmy Wanjigi had sorted out that issue, that burning issue in his life. But there was something else that happened that shocked Bwana Wanjigi into realizing that he was being played, yeah, and this was the brutal murder of his close friend, a man called Jacob Juma. Now, dealing at the level which Jimmy Wanjigi deals at, yeah, and doing the things he has done and taking his background into consideration, there are not many things that shock Jimmy Wanjigi. Yeah. However, the brutal murder of Jacob Juma shook Jimmy Wanjigi right to his bones. Of course, he was the chief organizer of that funeral. Yeah, he's well photographed even during the funeral. Okay. And the billionaire spared no expense in making sure that Jacob Juma's send-off was befitting of the man. Now, one would have expected, after such a shocking development, that in fact what Jimmy Wanjigi would have done would have been to lie low, perhaps even leave the country. But Wanjigi did not do that. In fact, what he did was that is the time he started gravitating very closely to Raila Odinga and his presidential bid. This is further evidence that whatever there is between Jimmy Wanjigi and Uhuru Kenyatta is personal above everything else. Now, there's no doubt that Jacob Juma was killed by the state. In fact, the murder was executed by the crack, one of these crack flying squad units, which has been doing this kind of dirty jobs. Same people who dealt with Chris Msando. And of course, Bwana Jimmy Wanjigi was very much aware of that. Further evidence that this thing is personal is the obituary which appeared in the Daily Nation, with Jimmy Wanjigi's photograph there. This was a very clear message from the other side that umekuja sana. We'll have to deal with you. Okay? And the way we're going to deal with you, if you don't back off soon, is that you're going to end up on the pages of this newspaper. That was a clear message to Jimmy Wanjigi. But it seems Jimmy Wanjigi does not scare easy. And Jimmy Wanjigi is also a very intelligent man. A man who made an international investigation against him concerning the Anglo leasing, he made that go away, is a man you have to take your hat off to as far as intelligence and smartness is concerned. Now, I've given you a lot of very sensitive, highly sensitive information, but let's tie up all this together and come to some conclusions. And let me warn you in advance, these conclusions are very, very shocking. Conclusion number 1. The reason why Jacob Juma had to be murdered, the motive for his assassination by the state, that motive is very, very closely linked to Jimmy Wanjigi. Number 2, because of this fact, it is safe to assume that actually what should have happened is that Jimmy Wanjigi should have died at the same time as Jacob Juma died. But he didn't, which can only mean that Jimmy Wanjigi has got some insurance, insurance in quotes, that would make his death inconvenient to the Jubilee government. In other words, some beans would be spilled, some information would be revealed, in the event of Jimmy Wanjigi's death, that would be very uncomfortable to the Jubilee government. Number 3, the dangerous thing for Jimmy Wanjigi now is that the Jubilee government is more likely to soak in a scandal now than it was when Jacob Juma died. I mean, so many things have happened that have exposed the Jubilee government for what it really is. At that time, to most Kenyans, it was a very respectable government that may have been very corrupt, but was above board as far as a lot of things were concerned. Not anymore. And what this means is that Jimmy Wanjigi's life is more in danger now than it has ever been. That is a shocking conclusion. Bottom line, this battle between Jimmy Wanjigi and the state is very, very vicious. And the only thing that has kept Jimmy Wanjigi alive up to this point is his smartness. It seems that he has always been one step ahead of the government. Now, remember when they raided his house in Malindi, claiming that they had found guns, and then came to his Muthaiga home in Nairobi and broke the house apart searching for something? Remember when all that drama went down, they could not find Jimmy Wanjigi, meaning that he must have got wind of what was going to happen. Now, you need to know this. Leading up to the time that Jacob Juma was assassinated, Jimmy Wanjigi was an informer of the intelligence community in Kenya. He worked with them. He gave them a lot of information. He was very close to them. And this is one of the other reasons why the assassination of Jacob Juma shocked him, because that one caught him flat-footed. He did not see it coming, He did not receive any prior information. And so the question arises, is one of the reasons why Jimmy has always been a step ahead the fact that he has still got contacts within the intelligence community? Contacts that give him a heads up of what's going on, what is being planned well in advance? Yeah, that is a very high possibility. Bottom line, the current crusade by Jimmy Wanjigi is more than just an ordinary crusade. I mean, the man is fighting to stay alive, which is ironical, yeah, because as he's fighting for the life of the Kenyan nation, yeah, that fight is actually very closely linked to a fight for his own life. And this very neatly explains why Wanjigi, the entrepreneur, the wheeler dealer in high places, in high government offices, yeah, has turned into a very strange person whom cannot be recognized. He has turned into Jimmy Wanjigi, the activist. He has turned into Jimmy Wanjigi, the freedom fighter. Simply put, it does not make sense to keep on making money, to keep on wheeling, dealing, making deals when your own life is in danger. Yeah? And that is precisely why Jimmy Wanjigi now is Jimmy Wanjigi, a freedom fighter. That is really what it is. Now, the information on this recording and the information on a lot of the other recordings open only to Club 1999 members is of a highly sensitive nature. And I need to emphasize once again that these videos are not to be shared. These videos are not to be given to people outside the club. These sensitive videos are only for your consumption. And this is nothing to do with my commercial interests. Yeah, you want to protect your property so that only people who have paid access it. No, it has nothing to do with that. This information is so sensitive that even a person who is spreading that information could put themselves in danger. Yeah, that's really what it is. So my strong, strict advice to you is keep these recordings only to yourself. These are private recordings for private members. Yeah, I'm not scaring you. I'm just giving you the reality. Please don't take it lightly. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.